Now at 10, shootouts in Joplin. A police officer and the suspect are dead. 2 other officers are in the hospital. And the four-state community tonight joins law officers in grief and prayer.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A somber night in the 4 states. Community members gathered at Joplin's Cunningham Park this evening for a vigil following this afternoon's deadly shootings. Joplin police officer and suspect are dead. 2 other officers tonight are in the hospital, 1 in critical condition, 1 listed as serious but stable. This is KOAM News at 10. 4-staters everywhere joined the Joplin Police Department in mourning and prayers. Police have not yet released names of the officers who were shot or the suspect. This afternoon's events unfolded at 2 sites in Joplin. KOAM's Shannon Becker reports.
Yeah, thanks. This afternoon, about 1:20 Joplin police officers responded to a disturbance near 4th and Geneva. As they arrived, they encountered a subject that was involved in an exchange of gunfire. Both officers were injured. That suspect then fled in a Joplin police vehicle to a second location. Another exchange of gunfire in 9th and Connecticut. We learned the suspect was injured in that exchange of gunfire. No further threat to the public. And a 3rd Joplin police officer was injured there as well. All 3 officers were transported to area hospitals. This evening at 7 o'clock at Cunningham Park in Joplin, law enforcement from all over the area, along with the public, joined in praying for those 3 officers. We anticipate more information from Joplin Police tomorrow. Missouri State Highway Patrol, Division of Drugs and Crime Control are investigating these officer-involved shootings. In Joplin, I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News.
Joplin Police Department has scheduled a news conference for 9 tomorrow morning to provide more information on this case. Now, area law enforcement agencies tonight have posted some thoughts on social media. The Duquesne Police Department calls for prayers for the officers and their families, adding, quote, "No Duquesne officer was shot, but he was first on scene immediately after, and that can carry a heavy toll as well." Many other departments have sent messages similar to this one from the Newton County Sheriff's Office. Quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with any EMS, fire, and police that responded to the scenes today. Our thoughts and prayers are with the dispatchers that took the calls. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the officers that were shot. Our thoughts and prayers for the entire Joplin community." You can watch for updates on this still developing story on KOAMNewsNow.com and the KOAM News app. Police in Pittsburgh are treating a woman's death as a possible homicide. Officers yesterday conducted a welfare check at a home on West 4th Street because a woman at the home hadn't been heard from in several days. Inside, they discovered the body of 44-year-old Misty Watson Sorensen. Investigators are awaiting an autopsy report. The Kansas Bureau of Investigation's Crime Scene Response Team is helping with the case, along with investigators from the Crawford County Sheriff's Office and member agencies of the Tri-State Major Case Squad. Let's check in with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, Dow, it's been a chilly start to the week yesterday and then today. Temperatures are really struggling to warm up. A lot of clouds. 39 is where we topped out. 24 is where we started. Average highs 57 degrees. And we have had light snow showers working through. Now, a lot of this hasn't reached the ground, but where it's coming down a little bit heavier because this is sweeping at about 1,000 feet. So it's evaporating before it hits the ground. But where you see the darker blues, eastern Newton, McDonald, Berry County down through Benton County, we are getting a few of those light little snow showers which are kind of rotating through. But this wave is working out. Another wave is reloading back toward the west, which will affect us late Thursday into Friday. As of right now, we're sitting mainly into the mid-30s. We'll drop back to about 29 by morning, 36 by 9, 48 by noon. High, better, of 53 degrees, but good chances for snow by Thursday night. We're going to break that down for you here in a bit.
See you soon. This is Weather Preparedness Week, a perfect time to make sure you're ready for any possible severe weather this year. Officials say you should have a plan ready in the event of an emergency. Know where you and your family would go and what to bring. Also, have an emergency kit and supplies ready in your safe room. Stuff like a first aid kit, non-perishable food, and plenty of water. Another tip, make sure you stay aware of what storm sirens are doing. You can do that through the KOAM Skywatch weather app. View an updated radar and get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. The app is available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Again, it's the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Dr. Timothy Stebbins tonight announced he's stepping down as the Crawford County, Kansas Consulting Health Officer. Stebbins has served in that role since June of 2020. His last day will be March 31st. Though he's stepping down as Consulting Health Officer, he will still be the Medical Director for EMS in Crawford County. High school seniors in McDonald County got the chance to take a break from academics and learn how to adult instead. Senior Day Adulting 101 gave students the chance to learn some essential skills to function in the real world. Skills like registering to vote, creating a resume, applying for their first apartment, and more. People from all over the community volunteered their time to teach various workshops.
What are those moments that you remember after you graduated and I wish somebody would have taught me that? How to register to vote. We've got somebody out here helping our students do that. We're doing resume. I'm teaching a class on how to write a resume.
The main purpose of the event is to ensure students are prepared to go out into the real world in just a few months. Coming up, U.S. Cellular announces the winners for its Black History Art Project with the Boys and Girls Club. Plus, we're going to check out a class offered by Franklin Tech teaching students how to build tiny houses. Some young local artists were recognized today by U.S. Cellular for their work honoring Black History Month. A contest invited members of the Boys and Girls Club of Southwest Missouri to create original pieces of art recognizing influential Black historical figures ranging from activists to world leaders, scientists, and educators.
Being involved in diversity and inclusion and making sure that we participate in that type of event. This event was a fun and educational way to be able to have the children learn about STEM figures throughout the Black community.
The top 3 winners were awarded gift cards, $250 for first place, $150 for second place, $100 for third place. Officials with Crowder College say the school has renewed a partnership with Central Methodist University to make it easier for students to transition after graduating. The agreement has been in place for 15 years. Now it'll be there for at least another 5 years. Crowder officials say CMU is one of their strong transfer partners. The partnership removes some of the barriers to make the process of transferring easier.
That they've been able to show high academic attainment through Crowder College, and there may be certain program admission requirements, but that they would be able to continue their education through Central Methodist University, whether in person or online.
The transfer process is not available to all students, but officials say it does cover a variety of programs. KOAM is always looking to hear from aspiring journalists. Today we're starting a new program where we'll air stories shot, written, and edited by local students. Today's story comes from Joplin High School, and it's about a class at Franklin Technology Center preparing students for the workforce 1 2x4 at a time. Kennedy Dury reports.
Here at the construction department in FTC, students are learning how to build the exterior of a tiny house. For years, Lauren Curtis has been constructing houses throughout the 4 states. Now he's teaching the next generation of workers to do the same.
It's step by step, so everything is based off of classroom first. So learn it in the class, take your test on it, pass your test, and then we go out in the shop, and that's kind of where I look at it as a job site. So everything is layered and step by step as we build everything here.
Aaliyah Perez is in the class, and she says there's a process building a house, even if it's on a smaller scale.
First, we got to do the flooring system, and then once we're done with the flooring system, we got to do the wall systems, and then we got to put all the rafters up, and then all the roofs, and then goes the walls, and then after that, we get to do the exterior.
When constructing any project, there's a job for everyone, and Curtis wants the students to follow a path they're passionate about.
My deal is there's so many vast varieties of type of jobs to do So it's exterior building walls, interior putting sheetrock up. There's these multi things that has to go into building a house that makes it great for them. And I try by their senior year to know what area they want to go into so I can push them to that area of their expertise per se.
Aaliyah says there's more to this than just reading a book. It has to be done with your hands.
I feel like this project is important because it teaches us how to do like hands-on skills. And instead of just reading about it, we can bring it to life and do it ourselves.
If you or a friend are interested in the construction program at FTC, please do not hesitate. Contact Mr. Curtis or your counselor. Reporting for Jet HD, this is Kennedy Dury.
Again, thanks to Joplin High School student Kennedy Dury for that report. Well done. A little bit later, President Biden announces action to target Russia's energy sector.
Plus more snow in the forecast. We're going to break that down for you coming up. Definitely another dreary day for us today. A lot of clouds across the region. Temperatures warmer, just still cold as we only topped out into the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Wednesday by far is going to be the best day of the week. We're going to have partly sunny skies. We're going to start to warm up. Rain develops Thursday. Freezing drizzle, not rain, freezing drizzle develops Thursday evening, which can cause some issues. And then snow after midnight Thursday night into Friday morning, accumulating snow. Of course, you can always get the latest on my month-long blog. That is KOAMNewsNow.com. All right, looks good right now. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. We do have a lot of clouds across the region. We've had even a few light little snow showers. Temperatures have been sitting into the mid-30s. We'll drop back upper 20s later on tonight. Here's 7th and Rangeline. Currently outside, we're sitting at 35. Winds are pretty much calm. Humidity's up there. It's at 76%. And you can see these light snow showers working through. You got to remember, though, the radar's sweeping about 1,000 feet up. So it's picking up on this. But once it drops below 1,000 feet, most of this is evaporating. So only the heaviest snow is actually reaching to the ground. So you can see the darker blues, Berry County back through eastern parts of McDonald County, and then down toward Bentonville. But besides that, it's just light little flurries. And these are going to continue to work through as we go through about the next 3 or 4 hours. Then we'll break out, see clear skies later on tonight. Next storm system building out across the Pacific Northwest, which will start to affect us by Thursday. So let's go through time. Upper 20s tonight. Partly sunny skies on Wednesday. Not a bad day. Quite a bit warmer. The sun really helps. 29 to start, 47 by noon. High 53, easterly winds at 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, clouds thicken up across the region. Some mostly cloudy skies. Notice the snow picking up along the I-70 corridor. So Salina, Manhattan, Topeka, Lawrence, Kansas City, it's going to snow all day Thursday, and they will most likely get 3 to 6, 7 inches of snow to our north. Look where we are. We're in the 50s. But look at Yates Center, 33. So a very sharp front will shift through. Thursday evening, temperatures will start to drop. We'll have some light showers, light drizzle. As we pass 6 p.m. on Thursday, most of us go to a light freezing drizzle. Notice our temperatures, we're into the 20s now. After midnight, light freezing drizzle switches over to light, sometimes moderate snow. We're looking at 6 a.m. on Friday. Bands of light snow Friday morning into Friday afternoon, should taper off after 3 p.m. on Friday afternoon. Most of this is going to be light, and I'm banking we're going to have to go up on these amounts. I'm going 1/2 inch to 2 inches. I would say we're going to have some isolated 3 or 4 inch amounts. Heavier amounts to our north. Of course, we'll fine tune and tweak it as we head into tomorrow. 53 tomorrow, 54, but dropping on Thursday. Only 33 on Friday. I'm going 14 Friday night. Now, if we get a decent little snowpack, we'll drop into the single digits. So that could be a cold night. And then we start to slowly warm things back up by the weekend.
That'll be welcome, certainly, by the weekend.
Yeah, I'm still hoping this is the last snow.
Let's all hope so. Thanks, Doug. President Biden today announced the U.S. will ban all Russian oil imports, toughening the toll on Russia's economy in retaliation for its invasion of Ukraine. But he also acknowledged it'll bring costs to Americans, particularly at the gas pump. The action today follows pleas by the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky to U.S. and Western officials to cut off the imports. President Biden declared in remarks at the White House that, quote, "We will not be part of subsidizing Putin's war." The sticker prices for used cars might be leveling out. Reports show used vehicle prices dropping 2.1% from January to February. This comes as pre-owned cars continue to sell for historically high prices. Economists say this drop doesn't bring prices to where they were a year ago, but indicates the industry is changing. The continuing chip shortage and limited availability of new cars on the lot is one of the main issues driving the price of used cars up. Being an optimistic person might have more benefits than you think, according to a new study. Researchers from Boston University School of Medicine examined more than 200 older men for 14 years, and the results show more positive men had fewer instances of being in a bad mood and fewer stressors. Previous research also shows stress is connected to increased inflammation, which can trigger rapid aging and even start dementia. Still ahead, the Seneca girls basketball team aims to move on to the state quarterfinals. And the Allen Community College men prepare for their first ever appearance in the national tournament. Jacob Leonard joins us with that and more next.
Pittsburgh High School football has found its next head coach. The school announced today that Josh Latimer will be the new leader of the program. Now, Latimer currently serves as Pittsburgh's strength and conditioning coach. He's going to stay in that role in addition to being football head coach. Latimer is a Pittsburgh State Hall of Famer. Actually served as the Gorillas defensive line coach from 2017 to 2020. He's also got some head coaching experience leading the Ellsworth Community College program in 2013. Now here's what Latimer had to say about meeting with the team for the first time this morning.
I felt like it was pretty genuine. They're excited. I'm excited for them. There's a couple guys, got a little teary-eyed, and I got a little emotional too as well. Just, they know that they mean something to me, and that I'll be there for them. I feel like I just gained 100 new sons, and I'm excited about that. I think this is the best profession in the world, and it pays you back once you see kids get success.
The Allen Community College men's basketball team has made some history this week. The Red Devils are headed to the NJCAA Division II National Tournament for the first time in program history. Now, the team had a watch party and found out today they'll be the 9th seed in the national bracket and will face 8th-seeded Lakeland in the first round in Danville, Illinois next Tuesday. Allen earned its spot in the national tournament by winning a regional title over Johnson County last weekend. The Red Devils are 27-5 overall. Now just 4 wins away from a national title, but it starts 1 week from today against Lakeland.
You can't get there unless you win the first game. So I feel like the first game is going to be, it's a challenge. Everybody's here for a reason. So I feel like once we get to that game, we have to put everything we can on the court. Don't leave nothing there. So I feel like we have a good team. They have a good team. It's going to be a good game.
We need to continue to be Allen. Now we're on a bigger stage. We made it to the national tournament. We're not trying to be anybody other than what we've been the entire year. So we'll keep doing things the way we've done so far because that's worked for us.
At the high school level, we have a couple Class 4 playoff games tonight in Southwest Missouri. First up, the Seneca girls face Ava in a state sectional matchup in Nixa. The winner of this one moves on to the state quarterfinals on Saturday. It's going to be Ava moving on. They beat Seneca 48-30. Seneca finishes the season with a 22-7 overall record. And on the boys' side in Nixa tonight, the Lamar Tigers face Willow Springs for a spot in the Class 4 quarterfinals. Willow Springs too good tonight. Lamar falls 66-42. Lamar finishes 17-12 overall this season. The Pittsburgh State softball team will open up conference play this weekend. The Gorillas host a doubleheader against Lincoln on Sunday in their first MIAA action of the season. Pitt State's off to a pretty good start in their first year under head coach Jenny Fuller. They've actually won 6 of their last 8. They're 14-7 in their first 21 games. The Gorillas have used their non-conference schedule to figure out the lineup and build a little chemistry, but 21 games in, head coach Jenny Fuller likes where the team is.
I I think that we're in a good spot right now. What stood out is we're really just becoming a well-rounded team that is very resilient and able to bounce back. I've been impressed with our grit and able to overcome deficits, and I think that we're starting to gel and really develop confidence, and I think that we'll continue that into conference play.
That's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
We take time now to honor a local veteran. Audrey Hare served in the U.S. Navy and Air Force from 1944 to 1970. The Grove, Oklahoma native was stationed in the South Pacific, Korea, and Vietnam, and we salute Lieutenant Colonel Audrey Hare, a four-state hero. We want to recap what we know about this afternoon's shooting in Joplin. Again, the Jasper County Coroner Randy Nace tells us one Joplin police officer and the suspect have died. Another Joplin officer is in critical condition and another is listed as serious but stable. Officers responded to a call of a disturbance near the Buckle at 4th and Range Line. That was early this afternoon. Police say while there, the suspect opened fire on officers, then fled. The shooting continued near 9th and Connecticut. Authorities have not released names of the officers or suspect. The city of Joplin plans to hold a news conference at 9 tomorrow morning. Naturally, we will be there. We will keep you posted. You will learn more as we do. Checking on the weather, Doug Eddy.
Well, things will improve tomorrow weather-wise. We're going to have mostly sunny skies and temperatures better, 53. Showers and drizzle pick up Thursday. Dropping temperatures. We'll start to get some light snow in here, especially after midnight Thursday night into Friday morning. This will most likely accumulate. It could be a few inches as well, so we'll have more on this, of course, tomorrow.
But then once we spring forward and the temperatures climb, spring will be here. Final sports note.
Pitt State football assistant coach Jody Owens has accepted a job with the Carolina Panthers, so he's moving on. You can check out that story on the sports page on our website.
Thanks for joining us. Morning show starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.